Hi, so I just wanted to give kind of a midway catch up here so that you can sort of see the different stages that I go through to make the mixture. So first I started out with all of the different herbs I was using to make kind of like a tea basically. And I soaked about, I'd say, a teaspoon and a half total of herbs with half a cup of water. And, it was making a tea, basically, right? Then I put my beets on to get warm as well. And after the tea was done, I mixed the henna with it. And you want to have it to a soupy consistency when you start, because it's going to be sitting for about 30 minutes. So it's going to absorb a lot of that out of it. So the half of a cup, which was full of, the rest of those tea-making herbs, when the amount of that couldn't any longer be absorbed, that's when I began to mix in the beets. So that's what this is right here. And the next phase of it is what I'll show you, that it's kind of like making mayonnaise. Okay, I don't know if you've ever done that, but if you're taking, here's what I took. This is 2 egg yolks, and that's what I mixed all of my different types of oils with. So one of the reasons that you want to use the oils is because it helps actually to wash out the henna when you are finished, and you want to, after it's sat. And you want to use oils that are really nourishing for your hair and your scalp, so, pick whichever ones you prefer. So what I did was, with those egg yolks, I beat those together, and that's also, after that was done, making an emulsion, basically, that's when I added the honey, and you can even see a little bit on the side of here, that's the yogurt. So it comes out, like this custard. Once this has sat for half an hour, that's when I add this, and that's for 2 reasons. One, for the fact that you certainly don't want to put eggs and yogurt with something that's hot. You'd curdle your eggs, cook your yogurt. You wouldn't be able to even apply it to your scalp when it was that hot. So one of the good things about it cooling off is, it's absorbing all of that. It certainly won't be too hot. Now, when you are ready to rinse it out, like I said, people usually will go 20 minutes. I'll go 3 to 4 hours sometimes, just depends, whatever the case may be. You can use shampoo. I usually tend to like to use either lemon or apple cider vinegar, and that's a tablespoon to like an 8-ounce sort of squirt bottle. And after it's thoroughly been rinsed out, and by the way, I wash it with cold water because of the, this component being in it. You don't want to cook your eggs on your hair, so just make sure you're washing in cool water. And it does take a very long time. The entire time I'm working with any part of this, I'm putting on my gloves. You will stain otherwise. So make sure that if you see the henna has gone someplace where you don't want it, make sure to wipe it up as quickly as you can. And that's another reason why you want to make it as thick as you can. You want it to be able to stay on the head, and that's the other thing I'm going to talk about. I think I said this last time, but I'm just going to reiterate. One of the tricks that I do is to take cling film, just plastic wrap, and that I wrap directly around my hair after I've sectioned it off and massaged it in kind of lightly and just made sure it's thoroughly gotten through my hair. Like I said before, you want to start with washed, dried hair, freshly washed, no conditioner. And then after I've applied the henna, I put on that cling film. On top of that is where I'll put my cap, okay? So there's actually 2 layers of plastic, and that intensifies it even more. And if you have a bonnet hairdryer, that's even better, and you can get even more of the benefits out of it. But what happens is that the henna dries onto the hair, so it kind of feels like nothing will be happening, but there is. And when it dries that hard and stuff, it is a little more difficult to get it off. That's another one of the advantages of using, the different types of oils, because it'll slip out of your hair a lot more easily. And I think I said everything about the essential oils. I'm not sure if I mentioned eucalyptus. That's one that people do tend to use. Today I used the rosemary, cajeput, and the lavender. So, and it was just another combination of oils. So after I'd rinse out that, then I do that combo of the apple cider vinegar, which increases the shine, and it really makes sure that it's going to be all washed out and there's nothing left in it. It also intensifies the dye too, just like when you're dyeing a shirt and you put in a little bit of vinegar, it increases that. Or like when you dye eggs, that kind of thing. Well, I hope everybody has fun making henna. I'd like to hear what colors that you'd like to do. There are ways to do it with neutral henna where it doesn't go red, and you can do it with darker colors, like you can use molasses, you can use, if you want to get more deeper browns, using coffee grounds or even espresso, people do that too. Lots of different ways to make it all different sorts of shades and bring out different colors in your hair, but also to really condition it, because that's one of the best properties of what henna does for you. So I wish you all the best of health and happiness. I thank you for watching. Hello to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. Please feel free to send me questions, or if you have any ideas you'd like to see of something, made a video for you. My blessings of peace on your heart. Take care.